Coach.
First of all, I want to say how fortunate we are to beat a really good Florida Atlantic team. Dusty did a fantastic job with his squad, and it's hard because more than one team are deserving, and we found a way, Lamont found a way to make an incredible shot to send us to the next round. But congratulations to Florida Atlantic, an incredible team, incredible run. We're just proud to be moving on, representing San Diego State University in the city of San Diego in the championship game on Monday night. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you, Coach. We're taking questions only for student athletes right now, just for the players. We'll go down front, right of the aisle.
Danielle Lerner, Houston Chronicle. Lamont, what was going through your mind on that last play? Were you going to shoot it no matter what, or what did you see?
Well, Des decided not to call a timeout at the end. It was about 7 seconds left when we got the ball, and he told me just go downhill and try to get some at the rim, but they did a good job cutting me off. Once I looked up, it was 2 seconds left, so I knew I had to make a shot, and I got to a shot that I'm comfortable with, a one-dribble pull-up, and I'm just glad I went in.
Continuing with questions for the student athletes, same area, Pat?
For Lamont, you've had just a few minutes now to process it. Has it sunk in what you just did here?
A little bit. Like I said, I don't think anything is gonna sink in until it's over with. But I'm just so happy that we're in this position and we got a chance to win a national championship.
We're going to the center of the room. We got to get a microphone to you. Thank you.
Matt, so you've had some, some poor shooting performances in the past this tournament, but tonight you kind of picked it up and were the go-to guy. So what was different, and how did you feel?
Yeah, I just felt good. I had 2 bad shooting performances these last couple games, and I just got back in the gym. My teammates were encouraging me, my coaches. Spent some time praying, doing whatever I need to get right, and I just trusted myself most importantly. So yeah, I'm just thankful that I was in the position to come through.
Let's get a microphone to this gentleman in the center of the room, and let's try to do it quickly. Thank you. Questions for student athletes? That's the front right microphone, Matt.
Aaron Torres, Fox Sports. Matt, so, talking to you yesterday, on top of all of this other stuff, you are, very close to your degree, and I just wanted to know, we kind of, dismiss student athlete, it's all about the sports, but, how has this journey been for you, being on the road, managing the schoolwork with the basketball, because I can only imagine how crazy it's been.
Yeah, it's been the longest month I've ever been a part of. Every day, I'm dedicated to, being better as a player, as a teammate. But, off the court, definitely, we had the resources to get us better, in the classroom. We got tutors here. We got some free time to do whatever I got to do. Cactus AI comes through clutch, just getting organized. So, yeah, it's hard, but it's manageable.
2 seats in on the right side.
Austin Tark, East Village Times. Matt, can you take us back to the second half? You're down 14. FAU has a lot of momentum. Parrish has picked up a technical. What was the huddle looking like, and just to fight back into that game?
Yeah, we were just motivated. We've been in that position so many times throughout the year. We've always been knocked down, but the biggest thing we always do is just get back up and keep fighting. We got a lot of maturity on this team, so it was nothing to us. And we knew, we had time on our side, so we just got together and fought back. And I'm really proud of our guys.
Left side, right of the aisle, Dana. Questions for student athletes? Oh, I'm sorry, Nancy. Sorry, the lighting is challenging.
Nancy Armour, USA Today. This is for Matt. I think there was a 2-minute span that you guys had 9 offensive rebounds during that rally. How big was that? You guys ended up with 1 more rebound than they did, and that's something that they've been able to do is out-rebound teams.
Yeah, in order to win this game, we had to do all the little things, get loose balls, get offensive rebounds when we had a chance. And, that's the type of team we're made up of. We got guys that are willing to, put themselves out on a limb and make plays like that. And even when the ball's not going in, we just all trust each other and we make second efforts, offensively and defensively. So, yeah, that's what we've been doing all year, and that's what's got us to the championship game.
Fellas, we're going to move to the right side, East Village Times.
Jaden, this is right here. Jaden, quite a homecoming. Could you just talk about, being able to have this kind of game happen in your city?
It feels good. The team played well. I think shout out to FAU. They kind of kept us down the whole game. But, we found a way to win. Matt plays sensational. Lamont hitting a big shot at the end. And everybody, I think everybody contributed. I just feel great, and I think we need to get another one.
2 more questions for the student athletes. We're going to take one from Zach and then Mike up front to the left. Right now, Zach, right side, center.
Zach Braziller, New York Post. Lamont, after you made the shot, you didn't look like you had much reaction. You just kind of were you just trying to look cool, or was it almost shocked at what just happened?
A little shock, a little shock. Like I said, I didn't really know how big it was. You know, we going to the national championship. That's not things that many people do. So, like I said, I was just happy it went in. It felt good once it left my hand. So, I'm just happy we're in this position.
Final question for the student athletes, left side up front, Mike.
Lamont, Mike DeCourcy, Sporting News. When you got down into the corner along the baseline, it looked like you weren't going to be able to get a shot off, and then you made the move to the left to clear yourself. Can you say what you saw when you got to that point? Were you concerned that you were going to not have a chance to beat the clock?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, he cut me off on the baseline. It wasn't really many angles I had. So, like I said, I got to a shot I'm comfortable with, one dribble pull up. I just tried to sell that I was going to the rim. And I just rose up and hit the shot.
We want to thank Lamont, Matt, and Jaden and congratulate you guys as you move on to the national championship game. Our Aztec student athletes are going to make their way back to the locker room, which should be open until about 8:10 p.m. if you want to go for more questions and answers. Coach Dutcher will remain with us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
As soon as we can get out, let's get out. Good job, Matt. Good job, Jay Lee.
We're taking questions for Coach Dutcher. We'll begin on the aisle just to the right. This is the back left microphone.
Jim Root from Three Man Weave. Brian, the timeout with like 36 seconds left, or maybe 40 or so, was it something you were looking for to get a 2-for-1 there and get Jaden to go really quickly so you had a chance to get the ball back?
I wanted to sideline out of bounds and take a look at a 3, but we had enough time if we didn't have the 3. Said just get it to Jaden and let him get downhill because he had just gone downhill the play before. He's a tough guard in isolation basketball, so I would have taken the 3. They did a good job. We just went to Jaden, and he got downhill.
Coach on the right side, just off the aisle.
Paul Garrison, East Village Times. Coach, could you go back to, you were going offense and defense with Lamont and Darion and Matt, et cetera, and you had a timeout at the end to bring in your offensive group. What was your mindset that you wanted to let that play through the group that you had been putting in on the defensive side?
Just a feel. I just figured we'd get the ball somewhere around 7 seconds if we were lucky. I just thought at that time, let's just go downhill. I had 3 bigs in the game. I had Keshad, I think, AG, and Nate. I just told them, you 3 guys run to the rim, Lamont, you go to the basket, and we'll see what happens. And Lamont made a shot. I always say players, marches for players, not for coaches. So Lamont made a play and made an old coach look good.
Coach, we'll move to the back of the room on the right side.
Jeff Grammer, Albuquerque Journal. Dutch, about a month ago, I saw Lamont do the same thing in the pit. Obviously a little bit different from where he shot it, but I'm curious how much trust you had in that moment in you telling him just get to the basket because of what happened just a month ago.
Yeah, I told him in Albuquerque to get to the rim too, and he shot a pull-up 3 and made it. So I'll quit telling him what to do and just say, Lamont, you get the ball, and then I'll live with whatever happens. So yeah, Lamont has made, most guys dream of making one of those plays. And he's made a couple already this year, and on as big a stage as there is in the national semifinals, to make that shot was incredible. So I can't wait to go back and see it on tape.
Coach, toward the back on the left side.
Coach, Kirk Bowles from the Austin American Statesman. You have some transfers. FAU has some transfers. Because of that, are we going to just see craziness like this every year, you think, in the tournament? And does this just kind of give everybody hope?
I just think there's more parity than there's ever been, so hopefully on selection Sundays that they don't ignore mid-major conferences with really good teams, that they don't keep throwing in losing record teams from Power 5 conferences, that the mid-majors are very good. And I don't consider ourselves a mid-major. I think we're a high-major program.
In the center of the room, Coach, 2 questions.
Morgan Prickett, the Daily Aztec. Coach, the game could have looked a lot different if 9 of those free throws fell. What was kind of going through your head as some of those free throws glanced off the rim?
Just have to trust in your routine. We made enough to win. Obviously you want to make them all. And they missed a couple timely ones too. And that's basketball, that's pressure, that's game on the line. Step up and make them. And that's hard to do. It's easy to say. It's never the same as shooting 100 on your own in the gym. You shoot it in the stadium with a game on the line. Those are hard to make.
Same area in the room.
Justin Cox, Daily Aztec, right here, Coach. Down the stretch of last week's game against Creighton, you went away from Matt Bradley. What does that say about him to come in today and have that type of impact that he had?
It's just, I put on the board again, be fearless. And he was fearless. He was going to shoot himself into this game. And the first one went in, and that always makes you feel good to see the first one go in, and then he got rolling. So he's a dangerous offensive player. He can create his own shot, and he's a very good passer too. So it was good to see Matt rolling.
On the left side of the room, right of the aisle, Nancy.
Nancy Armour, USA Today Sports. Dutch, what did you think when you guys got down by 14? That's kind of been a theme, at least lately, for you guys. Were you confident as they were, and what did you say to them in the huddle at that point?
I just kept telling them, even at halftime, that Florida Atlantic plays how they play. They're up-tempo, they're fast, they're going to take open shots. So I didn't feel as if they were going to try to slow the game down and grind it out. I knew they'd continue to play aggressive basketball. And thank goodness for us, they missed a few shots, and we got a few stops and got back in the game.
2 more questions for Coach Dutcher. We'll take one right there, right side.
Yeah, Dean Straka, 24/7 Sports. Brian, just wanted to ask, going back to Lamont, can you kind of recall what you remember about him during your time recruiting him as a player before he came to San Diego State?
Lamont Butler was the all-time leading scorer at his high school, Long Beach Poly, and Reggie Miller played there. So that ought to tell you that he can put it in the basket. So we knew what we were getting in Lamont. We were getting a leader. We were getting a tough, hard-nosed kid, and he has an ability to score the ball when he needs to.
We're going to go to the right side, right of the aisle.
Hey, Coach Dan McQuaid, Defector Media. When you scored that 2 with 37 seconds left, do you consider fouling there with that little time left when you're going to get it back?
I think with a 7-second differential, I thought we'd have enough time to get up the floor. Usually you get 1 dribble per second if you're going up the floor, so I figured we had enough time to get 6 or 7 dribbles to head up the floor, and I don't know how many he took, but it was probably close to that.
One bonus question for us, Coach, all the way back into the left, Myron.
Brian, your father, Jim, started coaching in 1966 at Eastern Michigan. Here you are in the national championship game. What do you think it means to him and just to be a part of that coaching tree to get to this national championship game?
I know he's proud of me like any father would be proud of a son. So I'm happy that he got to watch it. Hopefully he'll be here Monday for the game. He was a little under the weather, but I told him we're going to win, Dad, so you can come in for the championship. So hopefully that happens.
We want to thank and congratulate Coach Dutcher. Coach, we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody.